it's a day after I finished my pilgrimage to Santiago, and I'm back in the main square in front of the cathedral. As you can see, some things have changed. I arrived yesterday just before 12, 10-kilometer walk. We played Trian Le Rêve de Compostelle as we were coming in, which was really powerful. And I have to say, I walked into the square, I just burst into tears and I was crying quite uncontrollably for about 10 minutes, which is not like me. I don't know why. Maybe it was a sense of achievement, maybe it was just the welling up of a whole series of emotions, but yeah, that happened. Didn't go to the mass yesterday because it was, I don't know, it just wasn't logistically going to happen. So I did go to get my Compostela, my certificate. So we had to queue for a while, and then we saw Pierluigi. He was also quite emotional, and we had lunch with him, and then went to a very nice cafe that he recommended called the Cafe Casino, which is like some kind of gentleman's club or some Viennese coffee house. It's absolutely marvellous. Then he went off to Finisterre, we went off to our hotels, and we met again in the evening. Today, I guess I did finish the pilgrimage because got up fairly early, went to Mass. So I attended Mass in the cathedral next to me, and then visited the tomb. And of course that's the object of the pilgrimage. So once I visited the tomb, I also actually went to the museum of the Camino pilgrimage, which is really interesting, and it talks about it throughout history and also other pilgrimages in the world. It was a very nice little museum. But then I went back and I got rid of my Camino beard, which officially says, okay, the Camino is done. I do miss having a beard. I like having a beard. I actually think it suits me. I originally made the promise to get rid of it because it was really annoying me and I didn't want a beard, and it was a hardship. Now it's a hardship getting rid of it. I think it became part of me, and I think I may well grow it again, but not now. So I've been a bit of a tourist today, a bit of a kind of readjusting back to normality. Sarah is still here. Her husband is turning up in an hour or so. He's driven from Belgium. And then they are going to drive to Finisterre. That's where they're staying tonight. And I have a train this evening to Madrid, where I'm going to do a day sightseeing before going home and getting back to normality. For me personally, the Camino has been incredibly powerful. I mean, I was talking with Bob and Chris, these Americans that we saw a couple of days ago, and also we saw them again today. And like Bob said, he said, I can't explain it, but it's more than a walk. It's not just a walk. And it isn't a walk. It is something much more. And I don't know what. Pierluigi thinks that it's to do with ley lines. He thinks that there's energy from the earth. I'm a little more skeptical than Pierluigi, but there is something, and the thing is, I can't rule out whatever it is, and I don't know what it is. But if you are one of those, particularly, you do get the kind of exercise fanatics who go and see it as, a long walk or a long bike ride, and it's all about the exercise, then you're not on Camino. You're missing something. To me, Camino is about the coffee breaks. It's about stopping by the side of the road and lying in the grass. It's about the conversations over pilgrim dinners in the evening. It's about the masses. It's about the quiet times. It's about taking your time. So if you do Camino and you say, oh well, I've got 2 weeks, so I'm going to try and fit in the last, whatever from Leon, don't. Slow down. It is that chance to slow down in life and notice what's around you. And if you're on an exercise quest, you're not going to do that. It's been one of the most incredible life-changing experiences I've ever had. It's up there with the kibbutz, and also my time in Japan and my time in Bulgaria, but I was much younger then, far more impressionable. The only thing in kind of later adult life that's anything like is having a son, but that's very different. It's very hard to compare the two, but from an emotional level, that's the nearest thing I can compare it to. It's not religious. I expected it to be more religious. It's more spiritual, but then the problem with spiritual, you think kind of healing crystals and stuff, and it's not that either. It's something far deeper. I'm reading a book at the moment called The Cloud of Unknowings by an unknown author in the 14th century Britain, but it's about actually embracing that mystery, that fact that we don't know everything, and that there is something out there but we can't say what. And people from any religion who come to you with all the answers are charlatans, because they don't know. Because I don't think the human mind can comprehend. I really think that's the case. As for what happens next, well, I've always said I want to do the Camino Inglés and then go on to Finisterre. I think that would be a very different pilgrimage, because the goal would be the end of the earth. It would be the sea. It wouldn't be Santiago, although I would pass through it. But I don't know if I'm going to do it just yet. I might leave it a few years. I think it would be disrespectful to this one to do that. I am still tempted to do the Francis of Assisi one through Italy, and now I now have an Italian friend. But I am also drawn to Mount Athos. I've been thinking about going to Athos for years, and I always said, well, I will do Camino first. And I don't know, Athos, particularly in the Mass today, when I was at the tomb, Athos seemed to be calling, so we shall see what happens. Pierluigi, when we were walking along, there was this graffiti where somebody had written Michael Jackson all the time. And it's probably just either somebody's name or, you know, their tribute to the late and sort of great singer. But Luigi said that for him it meant that Jacques is, of course, St. James, Santiago, and Michael could be Jacques' son. So in other words, after he's followed Jacques, he can follow Michael, and he wants to go to sites associated with St. Michael. And I think maybe the Camino does point the way forward in that way, and that's why I'm getting this feeling that Mount Athos is the place to go, but I don't know what I will find there, if anything, but we'll see. And I think embracing the mystery is the whole point. I do want to keep up the walking though. I feel healthier than I have done in years, although my ankle kind of hurts, and I'm actually, even today, I'm wearing the strap just to kind of sort that out. But yeah, so that's me from the centre of Santiago, saying for the final time, keep travelling and buen camino.